Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you something super cool, how to get ChatGPT to automatically reply to your lead generation messages. That's right, no more sitting there typing each reply and wondering if your fingers will fall off before you close a deal. Let's face it, answering messages from your leads can be a huge pain. When you manually respond to leads, one of the biggest challenges is finding someone who is not only knowledgeable about your business, but also friendly, empathetic, and consistent. These qualities aren't always easy to come by. Even if you manage to find such a person, you need to spend time and resources training them to understand your product, services, and sales approach. This training period can be long, and there's always the risk that that person might leave, forcing you to start the process all over again. Plus, think about all the time you spend doing this yourself. You're a business owner with a lot of things to do. Every minute you're typing, "Hi there," or "Sure, I can send you more info," it's a minute you're not using to grow your business. It's like you're a superhero who keeps saving cats from trees instead of stopping the giant robot invasion. And what about response time? If you're not glued to your phone 24/7, your leads might feel ignored, get bored, and then poof, they're gone. Everybody knows that slower replies mean in the end lower conversion rates, and nobody wants that. So here's the plan. We're going to build a super smart ChatGPT prompt. This prompt will read what the lead sends and then comes up with the perfect reply, like a sales ninja ready to spring into action. The cool part? ChatGPT has this awesome memory feature. That means we don't have to paste the entire chat conversation every time. We can just paste the last message and ChatGPT will remember the rest of the conversation on its own. It's like having a super brain assistant who never forgets a thing, unlike me, who I still can't remember where I put my phone. Alright, now let's get technical. The first thing that you need to do is the same thing that you would do with a new hire. You need to teach him or her more about the company that they just started working for. We will do the same thing with ChatGPT. We need to tell it more about the company that it works for, because this will help with answering particular questions that might come from the prospects. Even if you don't teach it the answer specifically, ChatGPT will, for most of the times, be able to figure those answers by itself. In order to give it that information, you can either type it yourself, which I don't recommend, or if you already have some written information, you can ask ChatGPT to generate a prompt for itself so it can best extract the most important pieces of information from your materials. And for the sake of this video, because I don't want to type that information all over again, I will use ChatGPT to teach itself about my company. So a few months ago, I applied for Y Combinator, which is one of the biggest accelerator in the world, and I have to fill a pretty long application. I will take the answers that I gave and I will just feed it back to ChatGPT and I will tell it to extract the most important information. So I will tell it I need to create a GPT prompt giving more information about my company, which will be then used for a prompt designed to reply to prospects messaging our page on Instagram. Take the information below, summarize it, and extract the most important points, which will be injected in the lead generation prompt. And then we just need to paste all the text, and ChatGPT will summarize it for us. And now, as you can see, ChatGPT extracted the most important things for this information, and now we have a pretty good starting point. Now, of course, you can also use copy from your websites, from your posts. You can even paste multiple pieces of information because ChatGPT will take the most important things. And now let's do the real prompt. You are a helpful virtual assistant who replies to messages on Instagram from prospects that want to find out more. Your goal is to book calls. No, your goal is to persuade people to book calls and find out more information about how those services might help them. Here is some background information about the business you're working for. Okay, I gave it the information, and before that we also need to set the tone. Your tone needs to be warm and helpful, but when booking the call, you also need to be persuasive and follow up make sure the prospect actually books the call. And if you want this to be even more smart, you can also give it a process. You need to follow an open discovery presentation schedule process. This means that first you need to be friendly with the prospect and get them to open up. Then you need to find out more about the prospect's current pains in regards to the problem your business is solving, and only afterwards to present and schedule the prospect. And one other cool thing that you can do with ChatGPT is that you can give it the link for scheduling. So basically it will be a copy-paste solution. So here is the link that you need to send to the prospect when booking the call. So we sent the link to the prospect, and from here on you can just play with the prompt. But super important, I almost forgot, you always need to be aware of what you talked to the prospect so that you won't repeat yourself. Okay, and another thing that I like to do is to tell it to use 7th grade English. This way we make sure that the replies won't feel like super formal as generated by AI, because a lot of the ChatGPT generated posts look kind of all the same, and we want to add as more personalization as possible. And now for the last part, you tell it you will receive the messages sent by the prospect, and you only need to send your reply without any annotations or notes. And now our AI is ready to work. So let's pretend we are a customer that wants to find out more about Saleswell. Hi, what are those AI agents you keep talking about on your videos? And now let's say we don't like this reply. It's too long and we want to have shorter replies. We can go back and edit this prompt. And I always recommend copying it and saving it to a Google Docs, because you'll be doing a lot of fine tunings until you're happy with the end result. Use short replies whenever, or use short replies most of the time. Only reply long when the prospect is sharing a lot of information. So this way we won't sound needy. Now we updated this prompt and we can start all over again with the conversation. So do you also offer agents that talk on LinkedIn? I'm looking to get more leads for my B2B solution. And now for the best part, for which I even instructed the AI to do, is objection handling. Most of the time, ChatGPT will do objection handling on its own. Don't know about booking a call. How much does it cost? And as you can see, it still tries to convince me to book a call. And now if you want to have another conversation, you can just scroll up, copy this prompt, and just create a new chat like this. Want to integrate AI agents for job card events for my e-com business. I need to text them via SMS. All right, so basically this is it. And after you talk a bit with the AI, you might think, well, I want it to ask more questions before scheduling a call. And you can very easily do that by just editing the prompt and asking the AI to ask more questions in the discovery phase. Or maybe you want the AI agent to confirm that the person actually wants to be on the call before sending the link. And all those changes can very easily be made by just editing this prompt. And afterwards, you can just give this prompt to your team and have them use it. While using ChatGPT through a prompt is a big step forward, there are still some drawbacks. For one thing, you must still handle the process manually. Pasting each lead's message into ChatGPT and then taking the response to send back, this might not be efficient in the long run. Also, ChatGPT won't start conversations on its own or monitor the incoming messages. You still need to remain in the loop and act as a middleman for every interaction. And this is where AI agents come in. AI agents can be trained once you understand your business context, tone, and best practices. After that, they can handle conversations on their own without you constantly supervising or feeding them information. They work 24/7, never get frustrated, and never need a break. Moreover, you can fine-tune with a better precision because you can use multiple prompts depending on which phase you're in. With an AI agent, you can scale up your lead handling without draining your time or hiring new staff. The entire process becomes smoother, more reliable, and more efficient. By starting with ChatGPT prompts, you've already improved your lead handling compared to doing everything manually. But as you evolve, adopting full AI agents can take your lead generation and nurturing process to a level of efficiency and scalability that's hard to match through any other method. If you found this helpful and want to learn more about improving and automating your lead generation process, subscribe to this channel. We'll be sharing even more tips and tricks and strategies to help you stay ahead in today's competitive market.